Hi, everybody. Happy Friday. We made it. Hope you all survived Halloween. You didn't get too scared. You didn't go into a candy coma or something from eating, all the sugar and all the fun stuff. Welcome to the live. My name is Zach from A to Z Designs. If you see that red button right there, right there, yeah, it means you're on the live. If you don't see it, it means you're watching the replay. So type in hashtag replay. Let us know you stopped by and you saw the project, what we're doing tonight. So right now, just let me tell you, type in stamp. Stamp is our keyword tonight, and you'll get a message from us directly with all the information on all the supplies that we're using tonight, because we have something fun. The new club is here. It is called Postage Stamp. It's the November 2024 Chocolate Tour Club. And the best way to get that is by typing in stamp and becoming a part of the best club there is. That's our club, A to Z Designs. I also do want to show you, we have this listed on Etsy. It is the cutout to go with the transfer. We have the stamp, and we also have the owl to go with the stamp. But also, we got some backers. So you could very easily just lay this in there. And if you want to do the owl or you don't want to do the owl, you'll lay these on back and you'll secure it that way. Amy will show you guys that project later on. I just wanted to let you know that we have it out there now on my Etsy site. Which, by the way, if you are part of Amy's club and you did see that email, make sure you go to our Etsy site and check it out. And if you haven't seen that email, you better check that email. And if you're not on that email, you better get on that email because you're missing out on some good stuff. So tonight, what are we going to do? It is Big Bow Friday. Hey, chat, how y'all doing? And we typically do a Big Bow project. But it's the first of the month. And this isn't my type of big bow. So we're not going to do a big bow. But we're going to do something just as crazy and outrageous in Zach fashion. And that is, we're going to put it on acrylic, and we're going to play with some stained glass, folks. That's right. Big Papa Zach here got some stained glass a week ago or so ago. And he's like, I want to do something with it. And when Amy came home and asked me if I could go live, I said, absolutely. I would love to play with stained glass. So that's what we're going to do. I even got shimmer stained glass. Look at this. It is shimmer, green shimmer, and hologram shimmer, white. Now, we're going to do an owl. We're going to do an owl stamp. I'm not exactly sure how we're going to do this in stained glass yet. First time using stained glass, so it's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. So have any of you used stained glass before? If you have, let me know. Let me know, please. Oh, where'd you go? Hello. Let me just get this pulled up so I can finally see all my friends' messages. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the show. I hope you're all having a great evening. That's right, Big Bow Friday. But tonight, we're going to call it Stained Glass Friday. It's going to be fun. We're going to try... I don't know. I have an idea. I have a general idea. That counts for something, right, folks? A general idea of how this is going to go. But it was like at the last minute, I'm sitting here talking with Amy about like, all right, I'm going to put this on there, and then I'm going to take this off. Now, this is the acrylic 9x12. Again, you can get all the links to all the stuff that we're using tonight by just typing in stamp. That's our keyword tonight. It comes with a cover on it, a film cover to protect the acrylic. We're going to leave that on there for a second. This is your club transfer, which you definitely want to sign up for to be part of A to Z Designs Club Transfer with Chocolate Tour. It's going to go in this beautiful frame like this. This beautiful snowman Amy did. See, it spins too. That's the best part. Ready? Let's see if I can get the spin without breaking it. Here we go. I'm left there. I do it that right way. Yeah, that's just so much fun. Okay, this is the one Amy did. We're not going to ruin this one. Like I told her, I was like, you're going to have to get another frame. I can't ruin this beauty that you did. So, that's what we're going to put it in when we're done. But this has got to dry for 24 hours. So I told her she got 24 hours to get a frame. Okay, we're going to take our club, though, because we really want to fuzz our transfer. And as I've been shipping and cutting, by the way, all day. All the orders gone from our Monday mini sale. Thank you, everybody, again, for all your support for that. Y'all went crazy this last week. Whew. Did the acrylic come with the transfer? No, Deb. The acrylic does not come with the transfer. The acrylic is on its own. The club transfer is actually coming with a wood background this month. And I believe like a little piece of jute. If I saw that picture correctly. If I saw that correctly, I believe that's what it's coming with. Hi. So again, yes, we're going, like I said, we're going to get crazy tonight. We're doing something we've never done before, stained glass. I've never used it. And I've missed anybody's comments if they've used it before. So if you have used it before, remind me you've used it before in the comments, please, so I can look up this time and actually see them. Thank you for making, oh, you are very welcome. I'm glad you liked them. So I hope you liked them. Oh, man. The time it pays to have nails. I don't have nails for this. I literally just trimmed my nails. I like my nails low. I do a lot of stuff out in the garage, and when they're long, they just get a bunch of dirt and crap under them, and they get caught. Oh, it drives me nuts. Anyway, I like the short nails, and it does not come in handy when you're trying to do this. Anybody? Can I borrow somebody's nails? What transfer is that? This is the club transfer for November. This is this month's club transfer that we're going to be using tonight, which you can only get by being a part of our club. So please, again, type in stamp, join our club. What are you waiting for? It is the best club in the world. Maybe I'm on the wrong side. Here we go. There we go. See, I had to flip it over. That's all. Try them. I was just looking for the multi-tool. Like, okay, where are you, multi-tool? I need you. I need you now, multi-tool. Okay, we're back to the side that was causing this problem. But my darling wife in here who loves to get her nails done. Oh, nope, never mind. I got it. Thank you. Give it up for Miss Amy. Say thank you, Miss Amy. Hi, Stephanie. Hi, Tammy. Okay, there we go. We got it. Okay. There's a little stuff on it, but that's okay. What we really want to do, though, is fuzz this like crazy, because we don't want it to stretch the transfer when we lay it down. It is going to be sticky. What we're going to do is we're going to put this down for our base outline in June. Like, again, I'm not going to do the whole thing. My plan is to actually kind of do a little bit mix of, like I can still need to fuzz.
Right there.
Oh, you brought that. Thank you. She brought it in, guys. What a sweetheart. What a sweetheart. To do a mix, I don't want to do a lot of what Amy calls the watercoloring. I don't want to do a lot of that. I want to paint the background in a simple color. I only want to focus on the oval part of the owl with the actual glass stain. And wouldn't you know, I don't have any brown glass stain. I got the basic RGB, the Roy J. Biv colors with on top of the two shimmers. So we're going to try and make some brown glass stain too tonight. We're just going to get crazy. Because when I picture an owl, it's like brown, grayish, white. I could do a white snow owl. Thought about that with the shimmer. What do y'all think? Hi, Chris. Hi, Cheryl. How y'all doing? Try a piece of Scotch tape. Oh, yes, to get the back. Oh, yes. Had I not taken it, I took it earlier today. It's out in the shop. I was using it to place y'all's orders. You think I need to do a white snow owl, Deb? A white snow owl. See, but that's where I guess we'll really see how it looks once I get it on the acrylic and I put that, the outline of it on there, how it's going to work. Because as I'm looking at it, I'm like, how am I going to paint it in? Like I said, this is going to be an absolute, I wanted to play with the glass stain. That was my intention with you guys. And I just decided to pick it on like the hardest transfer I could possibly think of doing it on. Had I been smart, I would have kept it on Frosty or something, done it on that real easy. But in Zach fashion, we're going to go big or go home. So hit that heart button, Type in stamp for all the supplies we're using tonight. Kick back, relax, have some popcorn, have some candy. We're just going to make sure this bad boy's somewhat straight. Woo, 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 woo. There we go. You know what? It's straight enough for me. It's straight enough for me. Harry Potter owl. There we go. The white snow owl. Oh, man, y'all liking the idea of this white snow owl. So let's do the white snow owl then, shall we? We're going to do the white snow owl. And again, I'm just using Dune right now to basically make an outline of the entire transfer on here before we play with the stained glass. And I figured I would, like, after, or actually maybe, I don't know, like I said, the whole process for this tonight is untested. We're trying it. So I'm guessing none of you have tried this before in the comments, because I haven't seen any yeses yet that we've tried this tonight. So this ought to be interesting. Who's ready to either fly high with me or crash and burn? It's been a while since I've had like a, oh man, that was just an absolute disaster of a night project. I might be due for one. This could be it. But I've got high hopes. High hopes. Yes, sirree. So we're just working all over, making sure we have all our lines filled, scraping up any extra that we have. And if we happen to run over the transfer a little bit, that's okay, because it'll come right off because it's acrylic. It's acrylic. Yeah, let's give it a shot. That's what I'm saying. Where did I get the liquid glass from? Thank you for asking that question. This is Gallery Glass. I bought one of their little, whatchamacallit, they're packs of basic colors at Michael's. Now we're just going to peel it up. We want to peel from the center, holding the acrylic down, making sure that it's all off our fingers, and it's not, so we left a little smudge, which will come off. But we want to pull from the center slowly, make sure we got all of our parts, but also to not stretch this transfer. We don't want to stretch it by pulling it from the corner out, because there is like a metal, it's a stencil, so there's matte in there. We don't want it to stretch that out. But I'll tell you what, even just looking at it on acrylic, that's cute. Like, I'm not much of an owl decorator. I like owls. I respect the wise owl. But that's just by itself on acrylic. That's pretty cute for a Dune owl. I will say. We're going to lay this down and we're going to give this a quick little clean now. I don't suspect, well, am I going to use this again? I don't know. I don't know. But we're going to clean it. We're going to clean it and find out. Keep singing? I can't. You know, they'll be watching me, you know, Facebook, and they hear me singing too long. Man, next thing you know, I'm being hit with copyright this, copyright that. Zach, why are you singing a musical number from a baseball? Oh my gosh, I can't remember the name of that movie, but it was about, oh gosh, who was in it? I want to say Robert Redford was in it. Damn Yankees. That's what it is. Damn Yankees, because those damn Yankees. And their pinstripes. That's what it is. That is what it is. Wax acrylic surface. No, Janet, I did not wax for the initial Dune layer. I did not wax it. If I lay it back down and I add some color to it, yes, I would then wax it. But right now, no, I do not wax it. All right, and just like that, it's clean and ready to use again. Easy peasy. Now, let's give this, whoop. I'm going to lay this down so maybe y'all can see a little bit more of the background. of it since it's clear. We're gonna dry it real quick. Field of Dreams. No, it wasn't Field of Dreams. It was damn Yankees. I don't remember them singing High Hopes in Field of Dreams. That's Kevin Costner. Kevin Costner. All right, so let's examine our owl here and how we're going to do this. Because again, the only part that I was thinking about doing in glass stain was the center oval right here, like just the owl. And I was going to paint the background, like all of this, a different color, and the background here for the sky as well, to give it some more depth. That was what I was initially thinking. And what you want to do with stained glass, from my understanding, again, I've never used it before. So there is one bottle. It's called Leading. This is the black. This is what gives you like that really thick black line in between your shapes and glass. When you're like looking at a glass pitcher of a rose or something, those thick black lines, that's what this is going to create. Everything else is the paint that goes, in between those black lines. So this is going to be thicker than this. But this is like a completely different, it's not like paint. It's the outline or the shape. So I was thinking initially going around of the frame, the oval part, in the leading, as well as kind of like the outline of the owl. And as I was saying, is where it's going to get tricky is the coloring of the owl. How am I going to color the owl and show the detail of the owl when it has all these little fine points here? So what I'm thinking is, if we do the white owl, we'll paint it all white, but then maybe we go in, or maybe we go in first with the black leading. We go in first with the black leading, kind of fill in some of the darker spots. The dune or the undune? That's the hard part. I'm thinking maybe we fill it in a little bit with black. That will help kind of make it pop and define it a little bit more. It would be cool for a Halloween. The eyes need something. Yes, the eyes are definitely going to need something. It's just trying to figure out, what am I going to use the leading on to create the outline? And then I use the white and then maybe go in. Kind of, again, that's what I'm thinking. Can you do black over it when you are done with the color? So I before I add I would want to add black to it now, before the stained glass. I would want to put the transfer back on top of the stained glass. Are you going to go over it again with black paster? So that's what I'm trying to figure out now is if I'm going to go back over it or not, Deb. Or am I going to leave it the color it is, the dune color, and then just simply paint the background the colors that I want it to be? Because again, I use the dune for the outline of the owl for the whole thing. So, I mean, I could do black now, but I don't know if the black is going to pop through the stained glass once I put it on there. Oh, hi, Miss Zoe. Zoe's watching, everybody. Everybody say hi to Zoe. We love Zoe. She's like one of our biggest fans in that perfect fourth, fifth grade margarine that we're shooting for. I love Zoe. I love you too, Rachie. Okay, so I'm sorry, Stacy. Yes, can you do black over it when you're done with the color? No, I don't. Again, going back to it, I would not use a transfer once I lay the glass down. So, like decisions, right? Like it's kind of tough. It's kind of tough. You know what? This is what I do think I'm going to do though. I think we are going to do this. We're going to add some color to it now. I do want to add some color to it now. How do I want to do that? Oh, third grade Uncle Zach. I'm sorry. She just acts like such a big girl. That's what it is. I know. I'm decided to see this technique too. It's just trying to, like decisions. Keep it. All right. I received your, oh, yay. I'm so glad you got that, Kim. That's awesome. All right. We're going to keep it real simple. We're going to keep it real simple. We're going to work with our black first. We're going to go right to the stained glass and we will paint the back side when it's all said and done. That's what we're going to do. We're going to keep it real simple. We're not going to overthink it. We're going to play with something new and see how it turns out. As soon as I can get this open. I told y'all, it's going to be an exciting Friday. Everybody have a good Halloween, by the way. Get lots of candy. All right, so we have our leading. Now, one thing I did see, I learned, because I watched a quick little tutorial on how to use stained glass, is they don't recommend shaking the bottle like crazy, like to mix it up. They recommend just kind of laying it down and doing this for a few seconds. Oh, you're so welcome, Peggy. I'm glad you were able to take care of that. Like I said, hey, make sure you you check out your email, everybody. Make sure you check it out. And make sure you're part of that. Oh, man, the Craft Box group. Ooh-wee. Y'all have a real good month. Real good month so far. Okay. We're going to move this to the side. Let's get crazy. Let's create a border. That's what we're going to do. Nope. See, I don't think it's mixed up enough because it came out a little bit clear. You had a Poltergeist movie marathon? Ooh. Does that include the new one? Which, honestly, it wasn't. Like the first two for me, like I love the third one growing up. It was my favorite growing up. I don't know why, but it was. But the first two, those are by far like the best of the three. Especially the second one with the old man. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Caroline. Love those movies. Come to the light, Caroline. Oh, Zelda. All right, here we go. You want to let it fall. That's one of the things I learned too, is just kind of let it fall. And you'll be able to go back later and kind of either shaping it or thicken it up. So right now we're just following our border. We're going to fill it in a little bit more and make another pass. Concentrating in effect here. All right. Now, as I was staring down at this beautiful piece of art right here, the house is clean. Like I said, we're winging it tonight with the stained glass. We're going to get crazy. I'm going to border some more things. Like an idea just popped into my head while I was doing that. And I was like, you know what? We're going to go with it. We're just going to go with it. Now, I'll be honest with you. When I was thinking of playing with the stained glass originally, it was not with a giant stamp and an owl. Like it was more like I was thinking, you know, I'll find a transfer like the old Nativity one that was out last year, you know? I'll find something neat. Now, don't get me wrong, this is really neat, this club transfer, but it was not my first, on the first of my list for stained glass. So I'm just taking the nose and I'm kind of spreading it around a little, working it. You could probably use your detail tool, multi-tool tip as well too. They actually do sell a kit. I don't have that kit for like working with stained glass. And I was looking at it, I'm like, hey, I can use my detail and multi-tool to do the same thing. So, we're gonna try it. I saw somebody playing with it earlier in one of the videos I was watching, and there's a couple different variations of it, but they were laying it down first, like they were like making like precise straight lines. They were like doing free form glass stained window, like on an actual door window, and they were laying them down first to get their straight lines. You could actually even buy strips of them in straight lines to like put on a window for perfect squares. But then they were like forming their designs like freeform. Like it was really neat, some of the stuff they were doing. I was like, I better be careful because this could end up being a rabbit hole. And next thing you know, like I'm a full-blown stained glass artist working in France at the old cathedrals, you know, helping restore them or something. No more Zach cutting wood or working with Miss Amy, but living it up in France as a painter of stained glass with a really bad American accent in French. I don't speak French. Oui, oui. Oh, man. You all laughed at me the other week when I said left-handers have it the worst because we're taught to go left to right in reading and writing, and we get smudges all the time on our hands. Yes, we do. Prime example right there. Oh, man. Y'all thought I was crazy. Not you guys, but Amy did for sure. She didn't realize it was a thing. It's the left-hander's curse. Okay, so again, I'm just kind of coming in here, filling out the areas a little bit more. All right, there we go. Happy with that side. Look up, Zach, look up. I'm looking up, everybody. I'm looking up. You're a mess. I am a mess. You're not using chalk paste tonight? No, Cheryl, I am using chalk paste tonight. I used Dune initially for the outline. I'm going to use it to also paint the background. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around the owl to kind of create the boundary for the owl. How do you say, is it owls? Like there's multiple owls? I was just curious. And is it a flock of owls too? Or like a flock of geese or a flock of birds? Or does it have, again, the lefties. We're cursed. I did a stained glass in the window in our house in Allen. Do you remember that? Yes, Mom, I do remember that. I remember it being there. I do. So we're going to go around the branches. Because what we're going to do on the inside there is kind of fill it in with some colors. And this black stuff here, again, it's the leading. It's going to create our border. You know, and never in a million years did I think I'd be playing with stained glass before I did resin. So everyone, I apologize. I'm late on the resin, okay? I'm working on it here. I'm working here. All right. So here we go. This is where we're at so far. Do I need to, let me show y'all. Just want to spread it out a little bit more. Now I'll probably actually take the detail tilt to it and spread it out more. Okay, so here we are. This is where we're at, so you can't see it. Okay, here we go. This is where we're at so far. This is what I've done. Kind of outlined those items right there. Okay, now what we're gonna do is the fun part. Okay, next time maybe start in the, yeah, I know, Deb, I thought about that too. Shh, don't give away all my secrets. Man, okay, so now I'm just gonna kind of take this point here and I'm gonna do like a little zigzag motion to kind of spread it out, make sure I have everything covered. Or maybe I'm on some of these parts where I was starting earlier, starting to dry already, which is good. But maybe then I'll just add some more there. Okay. We'll start over here. We're just going to kind of work it in a general direction, down and over, kind of create a flow. Who knows? It's starting to come together so far, though. I'm happy with it. That's going to need a little bit more in one of the first areas. It's really cool though how this black lays. It lays it like almost like liquid glass. But I'm just taking it up to like the dune line outline that we made. And that's why we made it. All right. There we go. I'm happy with that. Maybe that spot too. What do y'all think? Hit that heart button. Comment, stamp for all the supplies we're using tonight. All right, we have our outline. It's like a tattoo, exactly. How long does it take for this to dry? So, great question, Mom. This, per the directions, it says let dry for 24 hours. Clean while wet with soap and water. Caution, do not use on painted furniture, appliances, or surfaces such as walls. I'm testing this on a wall as soon as I'm done on this live. I want to see what happens. All right, so now let's get into the colors. Let's make this thing pop with some colors. Okay, so we know, well, we need to actually add some probably to the owl. This is where it's really going to get kind of tricky on the inside. Let me see my friend here. What does my friend have? He's got the furry part. Okay, so if I'm thinking about this, like I would put a transfer on a shirt. Everything that you see Dune on is what basically was mesh screen on the transfer. Clean while it's wet, folks. Can you believe that? I know. Michelle, you like right to it. You saw it immediately, Michelle. You did. So we're just going to come right in here. But hey, I will say this. It does clean up pretty easy. Cleans up pretty good. Okay, so as I was saying before I did it, whoopsie. Everything that the Dune is shown through is what basically came through on the silkscreen transfer. So if I were to actually think of it like that, everything I painted over is clear in what I can see through. So that would have been my original background. Like had I done like a solid piece on, like if I had put this on a black background, anything I can see through right now would be black. So I could treat it like that. But I feel like because this is stained glass, I need to outline a little bit of the parts that came through. So like, for example, the eyes, like I'm going to do just a little, I mean, like I'm going to kind of like brush it on there, just on some of the outskirts of the Dune to help create the definition and shape of like eyes and the beak. Gotta create that V, you know, like all those owls have like that little V. So I'm just gonna, again, I'm gonna do like little strokes in here, right around the Dune areas, just on the outside of them. Now, again, I know we're making a snow owl. I don't know how this is gonna look, but we'll see. I almost feel like I'm shadowing a little bit. Now down here on the feathers, I'm gonna try and do those, you know, like the U's. I'm gonna try and do like the U's. What if you would have done the transfer in black, then fill in the stained glass colors? So again, like and that's Deb, where like I said, I picked a very complicated transfer to do this with tonight, because like if I was, I'm trying to think of it like as if we're doing the watercoloring almost. So that might have worked. But I think this, I mean, once you see a little bit of what I've done, and then once we fill it in, I think it's going to look right. Get his little feet. And there's that left hand again causing me trouble. Man. Left hand of mine. What are you doing? I see this one big bulb here of the black stuff. It's been bugging me. I gotta spread it out. Try to get that evened out a little. All right. Can y'all see that? Is it starting to? Are you starting to see any of that detail of the owl? Is that? Hold on. I'm a little confused. I'm trying to make sure. Okay. He is sitting on a branch. I see that branch right there. I'm going to cut it off so I can get his tail. All right. Okay, y'all ready? Okay. I think this is starting to come together. I think our plan is working. See? We've kind of just made some detail to our owl. So hit that heart button if you're with me still, everybody. The patience to do this, Deb, it's 9 o'clock on a Friday night. I'm away from my wife and my kids. The next best place is at a bar with my buddies. I'm living it up right now with y'all. I'm in heaven. So I got all the time in the world. I got all the time in the world. Okay. We have our outline. Let's go in and let's add, hold on, I want to cut off the branch. Want to cut off that branch. And I think I'm going to add a little bit of definition too, just a little, to the branch. I don't know if you'd call it definition or shading, but something kind of light like that. Add that one dot to the owl. I'm going to create some of that whispery. All right, let's go with it. Oh, thanks, Janet. I appreciate it. All right, where are we at? So we have white. I wonder, I'm going to try both whites because I feel like I'm going to need 2 different shades of white, like a little bit grayer. So I'm hoping that our shimmer here, that's right, you heard it right. Our shimmer glass stain is a little bit brighter or a little bit off tone compared to our other white. I'm hoping it is. Ooh-wee. I can't believe none of y'all have used stained glass before. I thought for sure there would have been some people in the know tonight. Then what, you know what we're gonna do? We're actually gonna take a paint tray we're really gonna mess this up. We're gonna try to make brown because we gotta have a little brown. We gotta have a little brown. All right, so I'm now basically going to lay this in there. Let me do my little mixture. I'm gonna lay this in here and start to paint white. Now, you can use a brush for this to kind of spread it out a little. You want to use like a fine tip brush to spread it out and just like more or less paint. You can very easily do that. Now, what'll be interesting to see is if it does that. Maybe I need to let that dry a little bit more. Let me go to the shimmer. I want to see the shimmer versus that. I'm gonna lay, ooh. So definitely is going to depend on how much you lay on and spread out for the thickness. But I'm going to fill in the holes like around the black, and the black is going to be like the divider. We're going to spread it around with our detail tool, our brush, and a little bit of everything, and paint it in. That's the point of the black, to kind of create like those little walls, help define our guy a little bit more. I feel like the shimmer was a lot more shimmery, a lot more white. But I also spread that out. Don't shake. Oh, it's about the same. It's about the same. But we'll blend it in with the shimmer to maybe that will create our different color here. We're gonna find out. I bought it, just not used it. Well, Donna, here we are, first time using it. Does the black have to dry first? Yes, it does. Like you want to, like from my understanding, like it didn't have to be dry all the way. But you would want to lay that down first, then do it. Maybe I read it wrong or I watched it wrong, but it's like, I mean, I do see where a little bit of it mixed, and it's like, so let me show you here. Because remember, like the black works like a wall, okay? And you can see here, I'm not gonna hold it up so it runs too much, but you can see that like I just kind of put it there and I spread it out a little, and it's over, like it starts to dry fairly quickly, the black stuff. So it's not bleeding into the white. And it is starting to act as that wall kind of barrier. You just then want to, spread out the white from your spots, but not too thin, because then it might show through. Now, if you didn't put enough of the lead, the black lead, you'll see where it kind of like runs over it, or it might mix into it a little. Like I see a little black hair thread in the white in one spot where I had very little black. And maybe I'm doing this completely wrong, but I feel like it's working well right now. I'm liking it. Just go down this whole feather. We'll work our way over. I didn't even realize they made glass stain shimmer. When they did, I was just like, oh, we're doing this, we're doing a project with shimmer. And I just used a whole bunch of white and not shimmer. Let's rectify that situation here. Keep that white away from me. This owl is going to shimmer, folks. So I'm really trying to make sure that on those thin marks that I made around the feather, I try to keep that white really spread out so it just doesn't like overrun it, Because if you put too much, it will overrun it. And I can see actually where those little spots are dry and holding up, because I can feel it with the detail tool. So I really want to make sure, and I bet you if I go in with a brush too, let me get another brush, I could probably get it thin around those areas. Thinner. Oh, I can actually see I just pulled up a little. I just pulled up a little. That's okay. We're gonna come right in. Clean that up. Because in my mind, like I want a good coat on here because I don't really want you to be able to see through the owl. And I don't think you would with the dune because I don't want the dune to show in the background. But if you leave it too thin, I'm worried that you'll see too much of the dune or the glass. That's why you see me using a lot of the bottle right now too. It's my first time using it, so we'll find out after it dries. It's going to be exciting to show you guys this disaster tomorrow or this beautiful piece. Are we back to, man, okay, seriously? Somebody take this white away and say, Zach, you got to use that shimmer. Angela, guess what? You were on the live, girl. There's no replay tonight. We're playing with stained glass, having a good time. Welcome to the show. Yes, exactly. That's kind of what I was thinking. Even if it does mix together, it makes it look a little, you know, it's going to be like that gray off tone. But what I don't know, and I don't think it's self-leveling, which is why I'm trying to make sure I have like an even amount everywhere, which is a lot harder sometimes than you think. And oh wow, that's a big squirt. I'm probably overthinking that because it's on a flat surface right now. So I mean, it would naturally kind of spread out. But I feel like I'm getting real heavy there. We're gonna have to come in there and move some around. And if it does cover it up, hey, that's okay. We can just add more stained glass to the top to create the effects, which is actually something I didn't even think about as well. We could have very easily done that. I could paint it all white first with the glass stain and then go in with the black letter. I bet you that would have worked. That might have worked. That might have worked. But it's liquid glass fun. Not liquid glass, stained glass. Spread it around. All right. Oh. I like so bad. Like it's got to be the I don't know if it's the craftsman in me or the baking person in me or just my own crazy obsessive impulsive disorder. I want to like flat, like if you can't see it, maybe I can show it to you guys like this. Oh, can you see? No. All right. You see that mountain right there? Like it looks like a range of mountains right now of paint because it's not even. I so just want to like flatten it out. I just want to flatten it out so bad. Oh man. It's like, get even, get level. You're bothering me here. It's like having like an uneven side of paper or something. Now, what I'm gonna try and do that. Let me just first add some more here, here, and there. Okay, that's gonna be interesting. All right, so we have our owl painted white. We have our owl painted white. I'm gonna hold it up real quick. Can y'all see? We have our owl painted white, okay? And maybe me doing this is gonna help level it out and make my compulsion feel a little bit better. Who knows? Okay, we have our owl painted white. That's the start. Yes, go us. Okay, I am gonna take, you know what? We have some shimmer green here and there is a little greenery. I'm gonna fill this in real quick. I see the leaves. I'm gonna create the outlines. This is something I just thought of and saw. I was like, we're gonna do it. There's some little leaves here. We're gonna fill them in. It's shimmer green. I've got to do it. Hit that heart button, folks, right? We've got to do it. Yeah, we do. Where's the other greenery I saw? Up here. I'll tell you what's going to happen is Amy's probably watching this and she is learning from my mistakes and she's going to find a way to master this. Because that is what that amazing woman does. Because she even gave me, she's like, this is a Zach project. I'm like, yeah, it's a Zach project, like for real. But then she's gonna take it to the next level. Y'all just gonna have to help me remind her to take it to that next level. Is Amy home? Yeah, she's home. She is home. She had a very busy day today, helping her sister. I want to take a paint roller too. I know, so do I. Like I want to flatten it out. But actually I did. Because one thing they did say is like you don't want air bubbles. And I guess air bubbles can form. Maybe if I do this, that's what they're talking about, the air bubbles. And will help kind of level it out. I mean, I see it jiggling a little. I see it working. I see it working a little. And we can also just, again, kind of come in here with a little bit of this, help define it a little bit more in our marks. Yeah, I do too. I want to take a roller to it too. All right, so now we have our shimmer green. Actually, I'm going to let those dry for a few more minutes. Dry for a few minutes. And while we're doing that, we need to talk about our background colors. Or do we, our brown actually, hold on. We got to talk about how crazy I'm going to get with brown right now. We are going to, because we want our bark to be brown. So what is it? Is it red and yellow that make brown? Is that right? I don't remember. I think it's red and yellow. Red and yellow? I feel like there's a red in there somewhere. I've never mixed stained glass paint before. We're gonna, oh, this is ruby red. Ruby red. What color eyes are you doing? I was gonna do yellow eyes. Or should I do blue eyes? What do you guys think? I was gonna do yellow eyes. Red and yellow make orange. Okay, how about, we're gonna find out if red and yellow make orange. You're right, they do. They do. But from orange and a little black, I feel like I might be able to get, no, I don't have black. We're gonna get to brown. Yellow's good. Yellow is good. All right, let's see what color we come up with here. Well, that ruby red certainly ate up that yellow. It certainly ate up that yellow. Yep, we're gonna add a little green. Wait, hold on. We had red and orange, green and orange. Yeah, red and orange. Red and yellow make orange. Yellow eyes is good. Yellow eyes is good. Green. Is that add green or green eyes or share the love? Oh, thank you, Vicky. Add green. Yeah, that's what I'm going to try now. And you know what? And if that doesn't work, you know what we're gonna add? We're gonna add some blue. We're gonna add a little bit of everything that we can to make brown. I think we will eventually get there. Ooh, we're actually, woo-wee! We're pretty close. We're pretty close. I feel like that green might do it. See, we're getting to that darker color. It's a fancy glass tree, right? It doesn't have to be like perfect. Okay, this looks a little, what's the word? Clay, I guess. It looks a little clay, like the color clay. It reminds me of the color clay, which I think would work perfect for a dead branch that a white owl would be sitting on. Red and green make brown. Red and green make brown. I mean, check it out. That's pretty close to brown, right, everybody? That's pretty brown. Chocolate ice cream-ish. Add a tad more red. Okay. Boop. Then I want to say, like, looking at this red, the red looks more like a pinkish color. It's coming together. What do y'all think? I think we got ourselves almost a marvelous, it reminds me of Marvelous now. Red and yellow, or purple yellow, or blue and orange is what I Googled. Okay, red and yellow and blue make brown. Red, yellow, and blue. The only thing we haven't added is blue. I'm gonna try to add just a little blue for luck. Just a, you know, a smidge. Yep, there's our smidge. There's our smidge. I'm curious to see what the blue does. Man, watching this stuff go together is fun. It actually gives me a nice kind of, it's making it a little bit more grayer, which I like because it reminded me at first of like a white oak tree in winter. So it definitely made it a little bit, definitely made it gray. That is for sure. But I think we can very easily change that. Gray brown, exactly. Driftwood even, yes. We're gonna lighten it back up just a touch. We're gonna find that happy medium right there. All right, let's paint our driftwood now, everybody. That's what we're gonna call it. Great idea, Peg. Great job, Peggy, great job. So now, we're gonna paint our driftwood. We're just gonna drop it in here with our brush, spread it around as if we were just using our noodle nozzle, or whatever you call This is also what the owl needs, I think, for a little different tone in some of the areas. So maybe it was just meant to be. I hope we didn't like break some cardinal rule in glass painting of mixing colors. And if we did, I apologize, glass staining experts. Please forgive me. For it is my first time. I'm actually surprised at how runny this is right now compared to it coming out of the bottle. It's going on really easy. One moment. Get all these little holes. All right. Oh, man. Okay. Wood is dead in winter, so great works. Exactly. I think it will turn out well, too. It's art. It's absolutely right. There are no rules. What I kind of want to do is I want to add a little bit of this gray that we made to the face, just a little, around the black, just to help kind of, you know, define some of that area a little bit more. I'm going to do that all around the black areas so I don't mix the white in there. It'll help just add a little bit of shading. The snow owl can have a little gray in it, right? That's what I think. Get his little feet down here. I'm going to blend you in there. All right. Oh, why did you do that, Zach? You did it. Anyway, all right, we're going to walk away from that as soon as I put a little more in there. Okay. Now we're going to go add our green. Let's go finish our green. That's right. Yes, you can, Dad. You crazy, crazy piece of plastic. They are making these wraps tighter and tighter and smaller and smaller. Or they're just no longer putting the easily tear off ones anymore. You know what I mean? Oh, there we go. And that was on the wrong green anyway. Oops. Just like the other white, it needs to stay out of my way. We are not, I mean, we're friends, but we're using shimmer. We're just coloring in the leaves. Because we have shimmer glass stain, we have to try it, right? Yes, sirree. And did some here too. Ooh, watch it. Watch it, left hand. All right, there we go. All right, let's give this owl some eyes. And then I think we are going to call it a night because we now have to let it dry for 24 hours. I do want to paint the back, but I will paint that back tomorrow after it dries. And then I'll show you guys the finished, whatchamacallit we did of stained glass. Oh, well, thank you, Anita. I appreciate that so much. But you could totally do this. It's just crafting, sitting back, and having some fun. That's all it is. Right, we did say yellow eyes, right? Yes. We did. We're trying something new tonight. So, I mean, hey, win or lose, it's fine. It's fine. I can say, yeah, I tried glass paint. It was cool. I would do it differently next time, and I will do it differently next time, but it was cool. Roll it. Roll it, roll it, roll it. All right, now here's the question I want to do. I gotta look at my owl transfer here. Let me look at my owly friend here. How big? Whoa. You got some big eyes. But the whole eyes, like, what is it? So I guess, like, all of the eyes here would be black, or are they all, like, are they the big yellow? I guess we would do, like, a big yellow, wouldn't we? I don't think he needs big yellow eyes. Oh, my gosh. Oh, those look so cool. I'm wondering if I can do this now, add a little bit more. I'm coming back in with a little bit more of that black and kind of defining it more. Oh my gosh. We're totally doing this. We thought of something and we liked it. We're trying it, man. Because we were a little heavy-handed with our white. So we're just going back over with a little black. Don't know what's going to happen, but just in a few areas. Even on the green here. And I don't know if you're supposed to do this, but like right now my brain says, Zach, this makes great, perfect sense. Do it. Oh man, look, this is coming together, guys. I'm excited. I'm gonna show this. I'm gonna hold you up. I'm gonna show y'all. Okay, check it out. Here we are. This is where we're at so far, everybody. That's where we're at. I'm gonna bang on this thing for a little bit. I'm gonna let it dry overnight to get this kind of leveled out here. And then, hey, we'll show this tomorrow. So hit that heart button. Y'all have a great night. Thanks for hanging out with me in this crazy edition of Big Bow Friday and trying something new. I like where this is going. I see future projects with this. And I hope it's something you guys try. So y'all have a great evening. We'll see y'all tomorrow.